Assalamu alaikum, guys. Welcome back to the Four Crack podcast. I'm not Hussein. Usually don't do the intros, but he's making excuses like he normally does. Uh, we've got a special guest today. I'm not even sure who this man really is, but Samia, maybe you can introduce.
This is a legend. One of my mentors, future millionaire, part-time uni student as well.
Inshallah.
Mohammed, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, first of all he said none of it is true. I'm joking.
One day, inshallah.
Samir, thank you very much for actually inviting me on your podcast, guys. It's an honor to be here and seeing you guys. Well, how old are you guys? 18?
18, 17.
17.
I'm 18. The rest of them are 17.
17, 18. It's crazy because I started I'm turning 20 in. I'm turning 20 in 3 days on the 19th.
3 days.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's so crazy though because I've been involved now in social media, whether it's podcasting, whether it's posting content, providing guidance, support, advice, whatever it is, for the last 5 years, right? And it's so crazy because when I was starting, and I was 15, and then 16, and then 17, people used to think like, "What are you doing? You're wasting your time." And now, alhamdulillah, we go to a stage where, my content on a weekly basis touches over 100,000 people.
Wow.
Right?
mashallah.
In terms of the podcast, in terms of the YouTube, in terms of the Snap, TikTok, or, the Facebook, all the social medias, right? All combined, the ecosystem. And it's so crazy seeing you guys are around the age of where I started. And you guys are doing podcasts already. And by the way, I just made a post on my Snap, which I normally just distribute to all the other platforms as story-wise. And I said, these guys are 17 and 18 and they have a podcast.
Wow.
And I have a lot of people that are 25, 30. And when I tell them, have a podcast, create a YouTube channel, have social media where you get in front of the camera, they tell me, I'm scared. I can't do it.
Yes.
You guys are teenagers. You guys are getting that out of the way. So it's great to see you guys. It's great to see you guys are doing well. And I'm 20 now. I'm turning 20. So I normally just say I'm turning 20. I'm 20. I'm turning 20.
So you're 19 at the moment?
I'm 19 at the moment. I'm turning 20 in 3 days. I'm a university student. I've been actually running my own online marketing business with a company for the last 3 years. Alhamdulillah, that's going well. I have business across, multiple different countries, few hundreds of people in our system, in our database. And, I empower, enrich, and educate people when it comes to personal development. So yeah, today we're going to have a good session. And thank you very much once again for having me.
But I also heard you're a semi-professional footballer. I remember Mr. Abu Bakr was telling me that. Are you still involved in football?
Just give me a second. Let me just give one of my assistants power bank. Yeah, so I do still play football, but at some point I was actually playing really well at a higher level with Crystal Palace until I got injured. But now, yes, I do still play, but at a lower semi-pro level, at the higher level that I was at.
And why is that? How come you didn't take football further?
If I'm honest with you, it's actually so I got injured, right? And I got injured, and then after coming back from injury, what happens is a lot of times, family, friends, everybody tells you, "Hey, don't do it."
Yeah, tell you to stay away from it.
Exactly, it's not worth it. Go pursue the education path. And it's so crazy because some of the people that I used to see are now playing not semi-professionally, professionally. I don't know if you guys know the Arsenal youngster, Saka.
Yeah.
We actually we're local in the same borough, right? The same year group. We done GCSE the same year. Our schools are like 10 minutes away from each other. So it's crazy, how some people, they have a winning environment created for them, and that allows progress. And for some people, they just have to get on with it, They as hard as they can, and sometimes it doesn't work.
You're also in university, so what are you doing at uni?
Business management,
Right.
which is a 3-year course, and it's going great. Though I don't understand why they're charging me 9,200
to do online calls, exactly.
online classes. But yeah, alhamdulillah, it's going well. Got a few more months, so yeah, it's going okay.
What's your opinion on university? Because we always have this argument in our where I'm not a fan of university. University is, well, it has its ups and downs, but I'm not really much of a fan of uni, to be honest. I mean, unless you're wanting to become like a lawyer, a doctor, or a job like that, then uni, I mean, is essential. But apart from that, I mean, I don't really see the point in uni, if I'm honest with you. Like, you're saying you're studying business management, but you've actually already started your own business before you've even studied business, if you understand what I'm saying. Like you said, you have your own online business.
So I mean, there's different ways of looking at it, right? So, like you said, if you want to be a doctor, engineer, lawyer, pilot, all of that, you 100% need a qualification for it. At the same time, the course that I'm studying, the path that I actually took, you don't really necessarily need a degree for it. But I'll tell you from my personal experience, right? From my point of view. Now, I believe 100% people have to be educated, right? You have to be educated, and that is not necessarily for the job that you're gonna work in. For example, me, business management. People say, "Oh, you've been running online business, and speaking, doing all of this stuff for 3, 4, 5 years before you even went to university. How come? Why still bother with university?" I'll tell you why. Because you need to be educated. Now think about it. For example, look at it this way, okay? I have seen rich people that are educated, and I have seen ignorant people that are educated. Right? You can tell the difference. You can tell the difference, right? And so that's first reason. Second is, do you know the amount of players that literally retire every year is in thousands from football, right? But on a Champions League final or a semi-final, why do they only have 3 or 4 people on the broadcast table? Why? Why
only 1% of people?
Why do you think Khabib has won 29-0 and still has a Masters? Do you know Khabib just finished his Masters?
Well,
why is that? Why
I don't know that.
Does you think Khabib needs a degree or a Masters to go apply at a job? The guy has $100 million sitting in the bank. Right?
Yeah.
Why is he pursuing that? Do you know Ferdinand has a Masters qualification? You know Rio Ferdinand, the Man United legend?
Yeah.
He has a Masters qualification.
Oh.
And got at least easily 30 to 50 million pounds. You think he needs it? Abu Bakr Qasim has a Master's degree.
Yeah.
My own mentor has a Master's degree, and he's working on another degree, right? Which was his passion. See, sometimes, right? This is my view on life. Success leaves clues, guys. Success leaves clues, and you have to be smart enough to clock what the clues are, and say, you know what? There's something that is happening repetitively with different people. Rio Ferdinand doesn't need a qualification, still pursued it. Khabib doesn't need it, still pursued it. Right? I'm like, oh, okay. And all these different people that are winning big, they all somehow got some level of qualification. But education could also mean self-education, where you pick up books like Think and Grow Rich, where you educate yourself on personal development, right? Where you actually learn a skill set, but at the same time get a qualification, because I'm telling you, it goes far. Now, one last thing to add to that would also be relatability. Okay, what do I mean by that? You want people to be able to relate to you, right? Now think about it. Let's say, for example, let's say Fahad is a 40-year-old billionaire. Okay, now let's say he has no qualification, okay? And let's say someone wants to do business with him, someone wants to partner up with him on a project, right? That person, let's say, is a doctor or an engineer or a pilot or someone with a qualification. You think they're going to be able to relate to you, to partner up with you? No way. They're going to, and you have, if you have no qualification, they'll be like, I can't relate to this guy. I can't do business with him. But if you, I'll tell you this, like if you look at my mentor's testimonial, right? Hey guys, I went to university, got a degree. I went to university again, got a master's, right? But none of them got me the freedom that I wanted. But then a business opportunity gave me that freedom and flexibility. So now people that want to pursue business as a degree, they relate to him. People that have already got a degree, they relate to him. People that are about to start their masters, they relate to him. People that have got a master's, they relate to him. Do you see? Now he's studying Arabic degree. The guy doesn't even need it. This is passion of his. So people that want to study Arabic degree also relate to him. people that have got a degree in Arabic also relate to him. So at the end of the day, relatability, okay, and of course it gives you credibility as well. If you're qualified out of field, I'm telling you, you can have as much experience as you want in something. Some people, they need that paper to be satisfied. Do things with you. So that's a little bit about my thought. But yeah, like you said, some career paths don't require at all any type of qualification.
Because I mean, you were saying how all these people who are successful, they have master's degrees, but I could have just said that, if you look at the big dogs, the people right at the top, so Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, none of them went to uni. They're all high school dropouts. So at the same time, if you have the determination, you can educate yourself. You don't need a uni school to educate. Well, school is necessary, especially in the UK, but you don't need uni to educate yourself. I mean, all these people who are making billions, multi-billion billionaires are making.
I mean, Samir, I can actually agree with you and also kind of disagree with you at the same time, because if you look at it, right? Okay, who are the big dogs that you would say are not educated, but they're multi-billionaires? They change the world. It's what? It's not. Do you realize it's not less than 5 people? 5 people. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
One, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff, Bill Gates,
Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon, yeah. And then the Snapchat guy, Larry Page, Twitter. That's 6. Even add 4 more. Do you see? It's about 10 people. So the chances, and if you look at all those people, they are people that, for example, let's look at Elon Musk, okay? Because in business, right? Because a lot of people, they look at, what path to take in terms of life, whether they should get a qualification or whether, what business to pursue or what industry to go to based on somebody else's success. Now, let's look at this. Do you guys know Elon Musk so the guy is now 50 something, okay? For 50 years of his life, do you guys know he made $100 billion? 50 years of his life, okay? Then during the pandemic, in 6 months, he made another 100 billion. 6 months. How? 6 months. What he made in 50 years, he was able to make more in 6 months. Right? So in business, a lot of it also comes down to what? To timing, right? Think about it. If the dot-com era didn't take the exponential growth that it took, there wouldn't be Facebook. There wouldn't be Apple. There would be none of this. So at the same time, yes. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could end up being the next Jeff Bezos. Maybe you could create something that would blow up. But me personally, I'm the type of guy, as ambitious as I want to be realistic at the same time.
Yeah.
You see.
But then again, that's with everything though. I mean, even with our business, I mean, it's only the top 1% that make it. I mean, the 10 people that you mentioned just now, they were the top 1% of the people who are in that industry. So then again, I do agree with what you're saying. So you do have a fair point. But so once you've finished studying business management, do you want to pursue that as a career, or would you like to lean more towards your business? How are you feeling about that?
So at the moment, so what I'm doing is I coach. Okay, I coach, I mentor some people. I go to uni, and also I work in my marketing business, right? And guaranteed. I've been doing my marketing business now for 3 years, right? What will probably happen is, by the time I graduate, right? What will probably happen is, I won't need to work a day in my life after that. By the time I graduate, okay? Now, after that, what that really means is I don't really need to use my degree. But great thing about my marketing business is that it's a spare time, part-time thing. It's not an 8-hour, 10-hour shift a day or something that I have to, commit to that long. So if it's part-time, spare time, what that means is an hour to 2 a day. You see, an hour to 2 a day, or maybe 3 hours a day. That means I can do that alongside, of course, some of my goals actually include even going as far as a PhD, okay, to master a field. And what I mean by that is, okay, I was going to do marketing as a degree, but the reason I didn't is because I didn't want to specialize in something within a degree field. So business management is like, there's accounting, there's finance, there's management, there's marketing, there's a bunch of things in business management. So I'm doing business management as a whole, a degree first, and then masters in marketing and PhD in marketing. That's my plan. Okay, that's my plan. Why? Because I wanna, as you know, as good as I am in the online marketing space, I want to know what they teach in the books. Right? I want to know, and I don't know, by the way, Samir, in our business, there's a guy called Simon Aboud. Okay,
Yeah.
he's a big guy. He has an organization of like 500,000 people in Canada, right? And it's so crazy. This guy is so successful that one day he asked his wife, "Hey, honey, I need a new challenge." Because one of the things that he does is every year for the last 3-4 years, he would go to a brand new market and help somebody become a millionaire in that market, in the business. Right? That's a challenge every year. Okay, he's done it in Canada, he's done it in Colombia, in Mexico, you know, you name it, right? Now he's doing it in Peru during a pandemic, right? It's crazy. So money wise, he doesn't need to, you know, work for the money. He's a multi-millionaire, but he does it for the satisfaction that he gets from overcoming challenges and barriers and obstacles, right? So this guy, he actually asked his wife, "Hey, honey, you know, I need a new challenge," and then his wife told him, "Well, there's one thing you haven't accomplished." He said, "What is that?" And then she told him, "Oh, you don't have a qualification." You don't have a formal qualification. And then he said, "Okay, what is the most, like, the top elite university that I can go to?" And then she said, "Oh, Harvard."
Oh,
so he applied business management at Harvard without a degree. He applied for the masters.
Wow.
That's what they said to him. That's what they said to him.
What did they say?
It's impossible. Nobody does the master's without a degree. They said,
Without a
"Nobody
degree,
does
exactly.
without a degree. What are you talking about, Simon?" And then he was like, "Oh, well, you guys are talking about 4 years of experience. I have 15 years of experience in business."
Wow.
You guys want 4 years? I have 15 years of experience. And then he said, "Prove it." And then he came with his network marketing journey of 15 years, and the amount of the guy done over $1 billion in sales. They were like, "If you've done over $1 billion and you prove it, you're going to do straight."
Wow.
Guess what? He just finished his master's. He's a senior vice president in our company, right?
Wow.
So even someone like him, he doesn't need it, but it's that fulfillment, is knowing that when it comes to education, when it comes to pen and paper, you've done it.
Exactly.
Because think about it. If you're think about it, Samir, if you're a senior vice president today and someone doesn't know anything about our industry, they wouldn't know who you are. But if Fahad says, "Oh, I have a PhD in marketing," or "I have a PhD in medicine," people, no matter what they're doing, they're gonna stop and pay attention to him. That's how the world.
Exactly. That's how the world works.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's a little bit about that.
Oh. Then yeah, were you gonna say anything there?
No, I was just gonna say, obviously, you're not just doing it for your degree, just to be there. You're doing it for like extra knowledge on obviously that sector, whatever you're trying to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. You know, I was actually speaking to Mohammed a few days ago, and we were actually speaking on crypto, and I asked him, because whenever I check his Instagram and Snapchat, he's always so like fired up, so motivated, and honestly, like, I don't know how he does it, because obviously, you know, with our business, we have days that don't go so well, and we have days that go so well. I've got a question for you now, Mohammed.
Go on.
And I asked you what keeps you so motivated, and you said it's your reason why. Now I want to ask you. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. If you feel uncomfortable, feel free not to answer. But what is your reason why?
There's few things, right? There's few things that really motivate me when it comes to work. Now, first is, hey man, it's my family. I'm gonna keep it real. It's my family. Now, I don't know about you guys, okay? I don't know how much you love your parents, but so my mom, my dad, my stepmother, and my older sister, right? Those 4 people have raised me, and they've taught me, you know, a lot of life principles. They've taken care of me, and it's because of them that I'm actually where I am right now. And you know, seeing my mom, yeah, there's nothing wrong with work. There's nothing wrong with your parents working a job, but seeing my mom work 7 days a week. You think I'm comfortable with that?
Yeah.
And I've got younger siblings. You think I'm comfortable with my dad working 5-6 days a week? No. You think I don't know if you guys have seen on my Snapchat or my social media platforms, but I have a little niece. She's 1 year old, right?
Yeah.
My older sister has to work 5-6 days a week, so she doesn't get to spend time with her daughter, right? And the daughter, my niece has no time to spend with her mom, right? 90% of the times I see my sister comes home from work, baby sleeping. When she's going to work, baby sleeping. See, sometimes, right? A lot of people think, oh, let me just live life 40, 50, 60 years old and call it life, right? Let's go to the akhirah.
That's not, yeah.
Now, you're here for 40, 50, 60 years. Yes, do your salah, abstain from, committing sins, but at the same time, live life.
Enjoy.
Live life to your fullest potential. Now, think about it. Me personally, I'll be honest with you guys, I would rather live 20, 30 years of adventure than live 60 years
Of work.
like mediocrity. Oh, let me just do everything I'm doing. No, right? So first thing that motivates me is my family, right? It's my reason why. Now, second is I've seen Somalia. Okay, I've been to Somalia. I have been to Ethiopia. I have been to some of the most severe poverty places on planet Earth, right? I don't know. I mean, okay, what is a tough day in the UK? The morning I was on my way to school, I missed my bus. Teacher said to me this in school. Oh, I missed a deadline assignment. Oh, my car tire broke. I had a grease on my shirt. Oh, 100 people didn't watch my YouTube video. Oh, 10 people didn't like my Instagram post, right? These are some of the things that people call life tough, right? In Western world. I'll give you 2 or 3 examples of what people call tough in severe poverty places, right? Have you ever seen a 7 or 8-year-old kid on the street polishing shoes to make a living for his mom? I've seen that with my eyes. I've seen that with my own bare eyes. Right? And in a couple of situations, it was so crazy, right? When I was there, a lot of times I would see people getting their shoes polished by these kids. And yes, they're paying them. Okay, they pay you like a little bit of money for polishing their shoes.
So you can be doing that at 7, 8.
At 7 years old, I felt so embarrassed. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my shoes myself. I'm gonna wipe my shoes myself. It's so crazy. 7, 8 years old just to be able to afford bread for breakfast, bread for lunch, bread for dinner for their parents. I've seen that with my own eyes. I've seen kids drinking water from sewages. And people think, oh, their life is tough. No. So then the way I look at it is every single day, I'm so humbled and I'm so grateful that I am not living that life. See, everything is perspective. Once you have the right perspective, wallah, I'll tell you, 99% of your problems won't even sound like your problems.
There's always somebody that's in a worse position than you.
Exactly, it's a blessing. Oh, I haven't got new trainers last 6 months. Really? Somebody doesn't have legs. I'm worried about trainers. Forget trainers. I'm gonna walk barefoot on the street. I have legs. Like, oh, my car broke. Really? Somebody's getting to work on a bike. Somebody's walking. Somebody's taking a bus and it's cold. Oh, somebody doesn't even have money for their bus, so they're walking to work. Do you see the right perspective? So another thing that really keeps me motivated is that gets me grinding every single day is, man, I've seen
poverty.
Yeah. I've seen poverty. So the way I look at it is, bro, there's over 4 million kids in Somalia. God chose me.
Kids.
No, not these kids. I'm talking about normally in general, right? Over 4 million kids in Somalia, right? Now, God chose me among the 1% who he said, you know what? Let me see what you do with your life. I'm going to put you in Europe. You see? God could have just said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could have just said, you know what? Forget it, Muhammad, Somalia, stay here. You know what? Samir, go to Europe. Let's see what Samir does with his life. Right? So you guys, right? Wherever you're from, I'm telling you, there's people that right now are praying to get a free education, praying to be able to be where you are. So the right perspective is another thing that keeps me working. And the third thing is personal development, man. I've been through, alhamdulillah, so much personal development. I've learned so much in the last few years that I get depressed if I'm not working.
Mm.
If I am not, so I look at one of my purpose, okay, of life is I want to touch 1 billion people, okay. I want to touch 7 billion. I want to touch 7 billion people, but I'm gonna start with 1 billion first. I'm gonna start with one. Okay, I'm gonna start with 1 billion. So now, if a day goes by and I don't speak to someone, I don't encourage someone, I don't empower someone, I don't educate someone, I don't help someone, I don't motivate someone. If I don't do something with my business, because my business, one of the things I love about network marketing, our profession, our industry, is that it allows you to help others, to mentor others, coach others, assist others, empower, educate, and enrich, right? These are the 3 letters that we live by in our team. Empower, educate, enrich, right? So now, I'm like, if I'm not doing that on a daily basis, guys, it's been 3 years. If I'm not doing that on a daily basis, if I'm not growing, if I'm not helping those around me grow, if we're not talking about personal development, if we're not talking about progression, like here's the thing, I cut some people off in my life. Why? Because they want to be today where they were yesterday. That's not me. Hey, it's not gonna work. If you want to be in my circle, because remember, you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. You are the average. Think about it. If someone's successful, you reckon they're gonna have you in their life if you want to be the same person you were last year, this year? You think they're gonna have you?
No.
So you have to figure out. By the way, your friends, I'm telling you, certain people, man, I have to get rid of them. I have to get rid of them. Why? Because all they're talking about is let's go to this club, let's go to this party.
Yeah, you won't get anywhere with people like that.
Oh, let's go out. What are we celebrating? We want to go out. I want to know, what have we accomplished? What have we achieved? For us to go on a temping, for us to go arcade, for us to go holiday. What have we celebrated? We ain't done, excuse my language, but we ain't done shit. What do we have to celebrate, right? So yeah, man, work ethic wise, your reason should motivate you. And also at the same time, hey, you're one in millions. Okay. I was reading these stats, right? There's 1 in 4 trillion chances of you being born.
1 in 4 trillion.
1 in 4 trillion chances of you being born.
That's basically impossible.
That's basically impossible. 1 in 4 trillion. And you telling me I want to live a life of average? Give me a break. I hope that answers your question, man.
So you just told us how you stay so motivated, which is quite inspiring actually, but how would you deal with a loss? So like, in our businesses we have, toward the start, say more failures than wins. So once you come across somebody that's maybe not as like motivated as you are, who's not working as hard as you, and they decide to drop out, how do you deal with the loss? How do you overcome that? And how do you stay motivated?
So, a few ways. First is that, see, we have been programmed to even believe that there's something called failure and success. There isn't. Failure. So this is how people look at it. You guys see my hands?
Yep.
People have been programmed to believe that if their business grows, if someone joins their business, if someone says yes, their business goes up. If someone says no, their business goes down. That is not how it is. This is how I look at it. It's both this way. Do you know why? Because I'm either earning money or I'm learning.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Someone says no to me. Okay, I learned. Someone gives me an objection. I learned how to handle the objection. Right? So I'm the type of guy now, because when I learned this principle that every no is part of the yes, every no is part of your journey. Every yes is a yes. And think about it. Okay, there's 2 things that we build in business. 2 things. We build our checks, which is basically our bank account, which comes from someone. We show someone the plan. They get started. They make a bit of money. We make money. If they do more work, they make more money. We make more money, right? Or someone decides to try our services, right? Or someone says, you know what, I'm happy for you to coach me, mentor me, and guide me. Now that is a yes. That builds your check. But if they say no, guess what builds? Your character builds.
Yeah.
you're beyond.
It's a win-win situation.
It's a win-win situation. Now, someone says no to me, someone's negative. Why do I have to cry about that? Think about it. You know what? A lot of people have the fear of showing the plan because they're scared of what this person's going to say. They're scared, oh, this person's going to judge me. Oh, that. What's the best they can say? No. And no. How many times have you been said no to? Growing up, you're like, Mom, I want to have some sweets. She says no. Do you have no on your face right now? No. So if someone says no, are they going to go hounding you on the street? Oh, that's Fahad. Hey, watch out from Fahad. He's got something. Got some dodgy stuff going. No. They say no, and they move on. It's not the end of the world, right? So that's one. Second is, hey man, I exchange my expectations for appreciation. I exchange my expectations for appreciation. I'm not really worried. I'm not really worried. Now, do you know the only time you worry is when you have certain expectation. What about if you have no expectations of people and only expect things from yourself?
Long term, I know this. Yeah.
You're not gonna worry. The best thing, the one thing that I live by every day is I cannot control what other people do. But I can control what Muhammad Abdurrahman does. So I have certain things I call daily method of operation. In my network marketing business, there are certain things that I do daily. I'll tell you this, when I'm feeling happy and excited and motivated, my goodness, man, that day I'll probably put 4 or 5 hours of the daily method of operation. But if I'm not feeling good, I gotta do my 2 hours though. Like there are days when I'll be so demotivated. I'll have so many assignments and so many meetings and stuff for the next few days that I will be in bed and I'll do my DMO in bed. So you gotta figure out what works for you. We live in a world where people think it's a yes or no. No. It's not a yes or no. It's a one-way path.
Yes.
Everything is just deal with it as it comes, right? And the last thing is, hey man, if someone wants to walk into your life in any aspect of your life, whether it's your personal life or with your business life, if they want to come in, this is my philosophy. I will go to the door, open the door for them. And if they want to leave, I will open the door for them again and let them leave. But one rule, they can't stand in the door. You can't stand in the door.
Oh, the stair, you go.
Yeah, you can either come in, which you're free,
or the camera.
You walk out. Right? One last thing is, I'm okay with walking alone. I'm okay, right? I have this thing coming up in the next few days, right? New rules. I call it new rules, okay? So my plan is for the next 365 days, 2022, the entire year, I'm going to be making social media content where every single day is a new rule to live by, okay?
Every day
there's going to be a new rule, right? I've been pointing out the layout and everything, and guess one of those rules is I'm okay to walk alone. Imagine how powerful you can be if you've accepted the fact that you're happy to walk alone. You're happy to walk away from tables because they don't go in line with your integrity. I'll tell you this. For example, I have nothing wrong with what other people's preferences are in terms of their sexuality. Okay? If someone wants to be homo, if someone wants to be gay, lesbian, I don't care. Right? But here's the thing. I won't tell you I support what you do. I'm not going to be against you. Understand? I'm not going to put my hand up and say, hey, do that. Yeah, I support that. No. That's against my religion, my ethics, and my morals. I'm not going to come and bash you, though. But if you come to me telling me, Muhammad, can you sponsor this ideology? I'll tell you straight up on your face, no. And if that hurts your feelings and emotions, it's up to you, right? I don't care. I'm willing to walk away. There was a time I was a head boy in my school. They told me to do a presentation for LGBTQ week. Guess what I said?
No.
People have to know you for certain standards. Whatever your standards are, and here's how I look at it. Whatever your standards are, you don't change them for nobody. If my standard is I 100%, right, my heart goes out to people in Palestine. Just because someone says, oh no, but yeah, well, there was 50 kids that were killed in a park just a few months ago. in Palestine.
Allah.
You see, when you know certain things, and the world, be okay with the world knowing what you believe. What I believe, man, I'll tell you, I would 100% stand by them. And guess what? I'm okay to walk away from places that can even benefit me financially if they don't go in line with my purpose, with my mindset. What I
I'm
believe.
really sorry. I'm gonna have to interrupt. I'm gonna have to leave. Unfortunately, I've got almost to 10:06. But it's been a nice conversation listening in, and maybe we can get you back on.
Inshallah. Let's see you later, Fad.
Yeah, let's take care, guys.
Take care.
By the way, I've got a call in a few minutes as well.
That's
So
fine.
let's ask a few questions.
Right, so two questions. I've got one question, the personal question. Are you married?
Why do you ask?
Because, I mean, I'd be surprised if you're not.
Why? Why would
Because
you
you've got this energy around you, with like, you've got a, no homo, like, I'm not gay or anything, but, like, you've got, like, a contagious energy. No. You've got, like, even me, like, I follow you on every social media because the way you operate, the way you are with everything in regards to your religion and your business and uni, like, it's hard not to follow you on socials. And I don't know, I just wouldn't be surprised if you're married.
No, I'm not married, but
You plan on getting married?
Yeah, soon. Why not, man? Hey, man, you know, if the right person comes into your life, you, of course, you know, you got to get married instead of just wasting, you know, people's time and, you know, wasting your time. And I'm a big fan of actually people that get married quite early. So 20 now. Actually, yeah, why not? You know, get married maybe when I'm 20 or 21. You never know. You'll be 100% invited, inshallah.
Inshallah.
All you have to
Hussein
do is
decided to join us.
travel 4 hours. London.
Hussein
Wants to join the wedding, get married next year.
Hey, Hussein, mashallah, man.
when he's 18.
Oh, he said he's going to get married when he's 18.
When he's 18. He's 17 at the moment. When he's 18, that's it. We're losing him.
Bro, let's go. I love that, man. Mashallah. Allah bless
You'll be
you.
invited, inshallah.
Yeah, so that was your first question. I'm not married at the moment. What's the second one?
All right, so if you had £1 million, what would you do?
Few things. First thing, you gotta invest. You gotta invest a bit of that million. You can't just be like, hey, you know what? Let me just spend it all. Hey, man, money easy come, easy go. So before you know it would go. That's why, you know, they say people that win the lottery and athletes and rappers, they go broke straight after it.
Exactly, I've seen that.
Exactly. So
Spend it on cars, on money, and all. Yeah, it's stupid.
Exactly. So first thing for me would be invest that money. Second thing, well, half of it, or like maybe even 75%.
What would you invest in, though? What would you invest in?
Invest in businesses, man. Invest in businesses. A little bit into crypto, of course.
They're all big crypto people here.
Real estate. Because, you know, here's the thing, right? You gotta be risk averse as much as you can. Okay, you should never always put your head on the line so that it can be chopped off, right? So you gotta be able to, you gotta be able to take calculated risks. Crypto, for example, even if I put like, what's 1% of a million? 10 grand? What's the, okay? 10% of a million would be
11 months.
so 1%, 10% of a million would be 100 grand. So 1% of a million, that would be 10 grand. Even if you put 10, 20, 30 grand in crypto, won't hurt. And then land, man, you know, no matter what happens, the one thing guaranteed to go up in value is land.
Exactly.
So yeah, invest and give a bit of money to charity, you know, because at the end of the day, hey man, you know,
charity does not affect your wealth.
Exactly. Your nafs, your soul finds contentment and fulfillment in you giving. So give, and then you will always receive. You know, whatever that goes around comes around, man. It's such a fact. That's why
100%. I'm
a big fan of Gary Vee when he said jab, 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 right hook. And what he meant by that is give, then ask. Imagine if you give, imagine if your nature, your philosophical, you know, root of your nature is, hey, I'm gonna give daily without asking something in return. People are gonna start figuring out, hey, how can I help this guy? All he's doing is helping me. Do you see? Right? And then I'll tell you, people left, right, center will want to help you, man. And at the end of the day, we live in a world where it's all about help. Because think about it, you either help somebody or they help you. So
I 100% agree with that.
Yep, absolutely. we'll call in 2 minutes, so inshallah.
It was sorry to waste your time. I mean, we enjoyed it.
No, it wasn't a waste. It was a great conversation. I really loved it.
We just thought we need somebody like you on, man. You may not realize it, but you're very inspirational. You have this very good energy about you, man. Positive vibes.
Really,
we appreciate you coming on, man.
Really
Appreciate
appreciate
When you get time, sorry.
Go ahead.
I've said when you get time, just send me your Instagram and your YouTube link, and we'll put it in our description. Then this podcast will be out tomorrow, inshallah, around 6 p.m. And we'll send you it.
Also, the video of this podcast, is it going to be? Can it be downloaded? Because I want to put this on my podcast, on my my YouTube as well.
Hussein, is that possible?
Yeah, you can ask Hussein, and then if there's any way that you guys can share it to me.
I will send you the link, inshallah. We can hear you, Hussein, yeah.
All right, no problem. Let me know, inshallah. I'll keep you updated. Thank you very much. Jazakallah for having me.
Love you. Take care, Mohammed.
Take care.